Hello and welcome to Drawing Like a Surrealist. In this video, we're going to be studying some of the works of Salvador Dali and Roberto Mata. We're going to take notes on some of the elements they used in their pictures, and we're going to use those same elements in our own work. So after you're done watching this video, you'll need to go back and look at the previous video so that you can take notes on the pictures that you like the most. Go ahead and get your area set up so that you can draw and write in front of your device while you're looking at it. So to get started, I picked The Persistence of Memory by Salvador Dali. You might pick something different by him, but this is an easy one to start with. So let's get. So for today's activity, we're just going to be doing sketches where we try to understand each artist's style. So I'm using index cards, and I'm using a pencil and a couple of markers. I'm not getting too complicated today. First, let's take some notes. So let me write down my artist that I'm talking about here, Salvador Dali. And as I look at this artwork, I'm trying to figure out what are some things that really stick out to me. We've talked before about the use of overlapping shapes and scale and proportion in surrealism. Let's talk about texture here. He's got the soft clocks. Clocks aren't normally soft like that, so that would be using texture in an unexpected way. His style is more realistic, so the landscape parts look very real. Those shapes and forms look like they're really there. And there's that word I said before, is landscape is the background. He has landscapes that are big and open, maybe with some mountains in the distance. Often he has beaches too, things that are wide and don't have a whole lot of extra features. And the more I look at his picture, I see he's got lots of dream symbolism. And he likes to work illusions into his artwork as well. I'm thinking specifically of that egg picture. Let's see, which ones do I want to use in my picture? I think I want to focus on the softness, the realism, the landscapes, and dream symbolism. Now I'm ready to start drawing, so let's dig in. Alright, so I'm going to start by making a horizon line. Have that landscape background. I'll come back in here with, some mountain ranges in the far, far background. Got some clouds here coming up from the horizon, looming over the picture. There we go. Alright, and I'm going to put an egg, a giant egg in here. That's using scale and proportion in an unexpected way. And I'm going to make it look like the egg has a crack in it that lines up exactly with the mountain range right there. I erase some of my lines here. Alright, next I'm going to put a clock over here. How about a stopwatch? That would be fun. Stop and watch. And because it's not, I'm not being super realistic, I don't have to make sure that all my numbers are on there. It just has little hatches that indicate the time. And a wristwatch it has a band on it, so I'm going to turn that band into like a snake body. Wristband becomes a snake long body. put some stripes on there. There we go. That's coming out of the egg. So instead of a soft clock, I've got a snake clock coming out of the egg. And he was fond of using ants and bugs in his imagery. So I'm going to draw a simple ant here with 3 circles, 6 legs, and 2 antennae. And I'll just color it in with my pencil here. There we go. I add some details. Get that realistic look, or somewhat realistic. There we go. It needs a little handle there. Okay. And I'm going to add one more element. Since I haven't made anything soft that shouldn't be soft yet, I'm going to make my sun look like it's dripping. We'll see how that works out. I'm using these teardrop shapes coming down from my sun. Looks like it's melting there in the sky. Now these are just the images that made sense to me, the things that I wanted to put together. Your drawing might look completely different from mine. So we spent a long time learning kind of the how of surrealism. Now I want you to be creative and pick what elements you like the most. Don't forget to write your name in there. I added some shading to give it a little bit of dimension, some values here. Alright, I think that does it for Salvador Dali sketch. Let's look at Roberto Mata next. So go ahead and scroll through the Roberto Mata images in the video and find something that you like. Get this one out of the way and start on our new one, Roberto Mata. Alright, let's look at his artworks. What do I see here? It's not as realistic as Salvador Dali's artwork. He's not going for something that looks like it's really there in front of you. More like something that could be in your imagination. It's more abstract. Noodle arms. Yeah, that's right. That's something we talked about. Being kind of noodly, undefined, squiggly. That's a big part of his work that I see in some of those pictures that I like. Automatic drawing was something that he liked to use a lot. That's where you kind of let your hand draw without looking at your paper too much, kind of letting your mind wander. Using creatures and things that look like they could be from space. Those are also some images that stuck out to me. So I think mine's going to end up looking kind of like, I don't know, another planet or another world of some sort. I'm going to start with automatism. Just letting my hand draw without engaging my brain too much. Looking down at the paper every now and then. Just kind of wiggling my hand around, seeing what happens. Make some stray marks. See what develops. Sometimes you just get a feeling about a certain area of your paper, like it needs to be darker or it needs something else in it. I come in with my marker now and add some darkened lines and define some areas a little bit more. This is turning into kind of a rocky outcrop jagged parts here. I think there's a hole developing there. Maybe some sort of plants are growing here, or coral or something like that. Some sort of sea life or plant life. What could be here? This is something. This feels like something over here. Yeah, I'll scribble in a little bit more, see what happens. I feel like there's some dots. Gonna be some dots over in this area. Lots of little holes or speckly rocks or something. All right. I feel like there's another hole over here. Adding some definition. Okay, it's starting to look kind of like an alien landscape to me, so I think I'm going to lean into that a little bit. Yours might look like something else. Got some sort of grasses growing over here, maybe, or maybe it's hair. Who knows? Fungus or slime mold, could be. No telling. Bright orange like coral in the deep sea. It's starting to feel like it's filling up over in this part of my drawing. I think I want to have something coming out of here too. Kind of like a lightning look. Thin and squiggly. Maybe it's weeds or vines growing out of that hole. Alright, I think I'm actually going to come in here at the bottom. Add some rust color. Orange moss covering the rocks or something like that. This area needs some more right here. There we go. I'm starting to like how it's turning out. Go ahead and sign my name. So at the end, I ended up with my 2 sketches. I actually came back in and added a lighter orange on my Roberto Mata one. And don't forget, with your notes on the back, I forgot to do something with my Roberto Mata one. I forgot to indicate which elements I was going to use. So let's look at it now. I used not so much realism, more abstract, noodly arms. I used automatic drawing, not so much the creatures, but I did use space or sci-fi looking landscape here, maybe deep sea or something like that. So when you're done, take a picture of your sketches and your notes that are on the back, and don't forget to submit it. Bye for now.